So we found this almost dead worm, and I'm now gonna try and feed it to the chickens. First, you must get them to come to you. Dude, those guys are like, okay, and now, let's see if they're gonna, I can take the camera. So that's the worm. Camera focus. Almost dead. Let's see, what do the chickens say? Dude, they took it away. Oh no. Holy crap, it's like, I wish you could see this. My God, that chicken just goes berserk. It still has it in it. Look at that. Oh God, that is content. Oh well, I think they're gonna fight over my worm now. So you just watched me feeding an almost dead worm to a chicken. And you probably are asking yourself, why did I see that in the intro? Because I found it when I was going to the park. I didn't expect anything, but I found this dead worm, almost dead worm. And I thought to myself, hey, it's a great intro, because I know chickens love the worms. That's what they always are trying to find. And so I thought, yeah, who else really films themselves, feeding chickens with a worm? So that's why I saw it. And the point of this video is how to be authentic, how to be you. And I'm not saying that I have the perfect solution. I completely agree that we all have our own idea of what authenticity is. But I'm just going to share my experience of how I'm trying to find that for myself, and perhaps you can use it to your own life as well. So this chicken intro is a great example of how I filmed it, even though perhaps 99% of people don't really care. But I filmed it because that's kind of what comes to my mind. That is what I do every day, I try and find ways how to use nature in a way that's interesting and fun. Now, you probably are in this situation where you feel like you don't know really who you are. And just to give a backstory of probably why you're asking yourself this question is because you have, I'm taking it from my experience, been fine, or you have kind of compromised yourself by following what others do. So I come from a family with 2 brothers, and I'm the youngest. And so when you have 2 brothers that are older and who are also ambitious, you see what they do and you see where they are successful, and then you kind of tell yourself, I don't even have to look through books. I have 2 examples that I can follow, and I can also, find success in life. Well, that kind of is, let's say, a 2-edged sword. The one part of this is that probably you can copy what they do and copy what succeeds for them, don't copy their failures, and try and engineer that same success for yourself. Sometimes it might work, but from my experience, it's more that even if it does work, I don't fully enjoy it. For example, I had to help with a startup when I was younger. And I'm, much more of a creative person, so of course I gravitated towards, creating the logo, even making photos for the products, perhaps the design as well, a little bit. But that whole process felt unenjoyable because I wasn't into actually creating my own startup. I was doing that because my my other, not oldest, but the middle brother, he was very ambitious and he wanted to help with my parents, their startup. And so, I kind of came and joined as well. I mean, the problem is that I just felt like it wasn't me. I wasn't interested at that time to creating a startup. I mean, I was still younger and I was more interested in doing young kid stuff. And then another example is I went to university because my two brothers, they also went to university. And to be honest, in our family, nobody really knew what would the other option be. And here again, maybe, you could find some kind of interesting parts of university, but for me, at least, I felt that I wasn't really doing what I wanted to do, or I felt that I wasn't me, I was still following other people's footsteps. So this brings me to the question of who am I? The question that probably you are ruminating with. Is there an actual me? Or am I just, getting all this information from other people and saying, okay, how can I best use that? And just create something out of that. So I kind of contemplated that after I finished my university, and I decided that I wanted to start my own thing, which is use my abilities, talking with the energies that we don't see around us, and somehow help others. So I created a product, which is a map of how to find your purpose in life. And I thought to myself, okay, now I need to market it. And this is where the tricky part comes in, because I tried just doing a website, but then it didn't work because my perfectionism got the best of me. And then I tried this YouTube channel. And I started with videos that were very long and just talking about my, let's say, knowledge in spirituality and using very jargon words. And then the feedback that I got was that doesn't really resonate with people who don't know what it means. It's the same where a doctor is trying to explain you that, you have some kind of leaky gut thing, and there are you're kind of there's not really holes, but there are holes, and bad stuff is leaking into your blood, whatever. They try to explain that with medical jargon. And at the end of the day, you should just tell them, okay, dude, don't eat stuff that makes holes in your gut. Keep your gut microbiome in check and you'll be fine. And that's why here I am. I'm giving this another attempt by trying to share my experience and see what it gives me, because I don't have any other idea. So coming back to my point of following others and asking yourself the question, does even me exist? What I've come to conclude is that it does, but it will only come in situations where you actually allow yourself to grow. So that means, in part, kind of letting go of other people's expectations. And in another part, believing that you have your unique talents to use and to serve others. Mostly believing that you're here to serve others. So I think it has to play two parts. And probably for letting go of other people's expectations, that will take time, perhaps your whole life. But for the second part of believing that you're here to serve others, it's something that many of us forget, because we look at everybody else and we say, yeah, but I don't know what to give them. I don't know how to help them. Or I'm just not good enough to be that savior. Well, the reality is that you don't actually know how exactly you can help others best. I think that it's for them to figure out whether or not they will listen to you. And you can't really, try and construct your perfect future from, a plan that you made maybe 3 months ago. You're gonna do it, you're gonna make videos this way, you're gonna use all of the prompts and the specific equations to make it so eye-catching and bold and actually resonate with the audience. It helps, but at the end of the day, the more you start to put your foot out there, the more you're going to realize that what you thought previously is not actually true, which is completely normal. And I wanted to end this talk by giving you a question that I always give in my videos. How to find that first step to take in answering the question, who am I? Is there actually a me inside? And also keeping in mind that you're here to serve others. And that, of course, brings the success, but mostly you're just here to use your unique talents and creativity to serve others in whatever situation they are. So the question is, if I had abundance, if money and time were unlimited, what would I be doing right now? And contemplate on that. So perhaps you want to meditate before and really ask yourself, with all the responsibilities that I have, and with my all future plans that I can imagine of, what would I be doing if I didn't have the constraints of not having enough time and not having enough money? And just this question brings a sense of childhood back, because childhood is when you didn't really worry about real life responsibilities. So I hope this video incited some kind of reflection, and maybe not action, but at least reflection, because that's where action starts. And I guess I'll be seeing you in the next video. Bye-bye.